What's up guys, it's Noah, and welcome back to another episode of the Animation Weekly Review. This week was pretty mixed in terms of the quality of the premieres we got, but hopefully that'll make for a more interesting video. But anyways, let's not beat around the bush. Let's start with the first episode we're covering, Scooby-Doo, the Scooby of 1,000 Faces, guest starring Wonder Woman. Not really a guest star, more like a guest fictional character. I won't look too deeply into it. The episode was just fine. All the stuff with the mystery and the reveal, that was average Scooby-Doo fare, but what impressed me in this episode was the way they portrayed Wonder Woman. Her views on how to stop villains completely contrast with Mystery Inc.'s beliefs, and that caused one of the main conflicts in the episode, and I really admire that. I think the episode satisfied me as well as it could. Up next is the new Teen Titans Go episode, The Great Disaster. I thought this episode was pretty funny, though that might be because of how horribly nonsensical and strange it is. The stuff they do with their Hawkman is pretty interesting, and the wraparound segments in the future were pretty cool. It's not the best or funniest episode of the show I've seen, but it's still pretty solid. Now for 2 new episodes of Mau Mau Heroes of Pure Heart. Thumb War was a really sweet episode that taught a lesson in a very creative way. And All by Mouself was a consistently funny episode packed with great ideas. Didn't have much to say about these two, I just really enjoyed them. Up next is the new American Dad, No Weddings and a Funeral. Though time jump episodes have been done a lot before in other shows, I think this episode executed that concept pretty creatively. I liked what they did with Klaus in this episode, and it actually got pretty emotional by the end. I can definitely say I like this one. And now it's the new episode of Final Space, The Remembered, which was a fantastic time travel episode. The ways in which the wacky time warping was used to completely change the story's course was really surprising, but in a way that makes me excited for the future of the series. For an episode that could have easily just been goofy, it managed to become one of my favorites of the series. Now for the new episode of Rainbow Butterfly Unicorn Kitty, once again. Still hate it. I kind of have a story with this one. It was, like, impossible to find. Not only did I keep missing its reruns on TV, but the entire show is completely inaccessible on every streaming platform. Like Google Play, iTunes, it's just not being sold for some reason. The entire show wasn't even on pirate sites, so I couldn't resort to that. I missed the first couple minutes of the rerun I managed to catch, so I just decided to watch the episode as is and assume what happened in the beginning. Don't think it matters either way because this episode was pretty boring and dumb, like the last one. Also, whatever moral they were trying to tell really confused me. I think it was about accepting someone for smelling horrible, as long as they like how they smell, or something? I don't think it's worth caring about, just it sucks. Move on. Let's get into our first big review of the week, The Angry Birds Movie 2. This is the first theatrical movie I'll be covering in the series, and for my first outing, it was mixed. Very mixed quality. The movie had multiple screenplay writers, and it really felt like that, because the overall tone of the movie and its humor was really inconsistent. A lot of the jokes in the movie just revolve around playing random pop songs for like every 5 minutes of the movie. It came down to either dumb 80s songs or early 2010 songs. It got unimaginably distracting. Like, they played The Final Countdown, by Europe, the famous one. They played that while a countdown timer was in progress. That kind of stuff. It was dumb, but not worth dwelling on for this long. I think the movie was at its best when it was just trying to be entertaining instead of pandering. It just felt like the movie had no idea what it wanted to be, which caused it to suffer as a result. The movie had some really funny moments and a lot of creative ideas, but it's also in a lot of ways just as flawed as the original. Here's your reminder that I will be talking about Invader Zim Enter the Florpus near the end of this video after everything else has been covered. Now, back to the reviews. Moving on to the new Craig of the Creek, Stink Bomb. I really like this episode for its concept, its high stakes, and the development of the scientist characters, of which I enjoyed mostly for how sweet their chemistry is. No pun intended. It's a constant thrill that's very strong comedically. Up next, a new Victor and Valentino episode, Guillermo's Gathering, of which I also liked quite a bit. It's sweet and weird and fun, and I think Guillermo's a very interesting character. The weird things they do at this birthday party are pretty interesting, and it's action-packed fun all the way through. And then I watched this week's episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, A Trivial Pursuit. From what I've seen so far, I still don't like this show. Everyone's either dumb or boring or irritating, and that was basically this episode. Everyone was just lame. I feel like I want to like this series, but watching these new episodes doesn't really encourage me to watch the older episodes. I don't know. Now moving on to 2 really crappy episodes of ALVINNN and the Chipmunks. I don't know which one of these is worse. Mysterion's is about Alvin and Simon starting some secret society about stopping aliens, and they have some secret room that's in some hatch, and then Theodore invites a bunch of people and it becomes a party. And they end the episode by dancing or something. It just stops. There's no conclusion to it at all. And show makes me sick. And The Crow That Ate My Homework is just depressing and annoying. It's one of those boy who cried wolf kind of stories, and it's just not fun to watch. So yeah, like I said, these episodes suck. Oh, and it's been really nice going from something I really just do not care about to something that I really, really love. Like, okay, KO, let's be heroes. Let's Get Shadowy, and you're a good friend, KO. I love Let's Get Shadowy and what it does with the new status quo. It was interesting seeing characters like Foxtail and Billiam come back. And I think their explanation for who Shadowy Figure is was really great. And the whole KO Fink team up for the fight against him was really cool. A lot of things in this episode were just really, really satisfying. And You're a Good Friend, KO was just another one of those really sweet episodes that gave Dendy a chance to shine as a hero and taught a really good moral. I was really, really happy with both of these episodes. So I was going to talk about the new Squidbillies special in this video, but I realized that since it comes out on Sunday at midnight, which is basically Monday at 12 o'clock a.m., I might as well just put it into the next week, because it's Monday. I don't know, I just think it'd be more helpful to not wait until Sunday at midnight to record these videos. But moving on from that, it's finally time to talk about the new Invader Zim movie, Enter the Florpus. And yes, I did marathon all the episodes in preparation for this. To start off, I can say I liked the movie. Probably not as much as Rocco, but I still liked it a lot. My whole thing with it is that despite watching all the episodes in preparation for this, I still had no idea what to expect from this special. I was kind of hoping for a more conclusive end to the story, so what I got both impressed and disappointed me. A few complaints I have are random switches to motion tweening animation, the beginning of the movie being really painfully slow, and of course the fact that it stayed nearly to status quo by the end. Though those things sour my feelings on it a little, I was still really, really impressed with literally everything else. The animation, the story, the humor, it's all really great. And I'd consider this a good enough conclusion that leaves us off as well as it could have. Considering either Dib or Zim being completely defeated by the end would be kinda disappointing since we're rooting for both characters. I have my complaints with this movie, but I definitely think the positives outweigh the negatives here. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me today. Did I miss anything? Leave it down in the comments section. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video and do all that stuff that helps support my channel. It really means a lot. But until my next video, whatever that may be, I just want to thank you for watching and I hope you have a great day. See you, bye.